Two of my favourite YouTubers recently picked up oil inserts for their UCO candle lanterns, and so did I, at the same time. Is this a coincidence or a trend? Paul Messner and Robin Wallace both picked up the Forest Fundamentals oil insert for the UCO original candle lantern. Customs and availability had excluded that brand for me, so I went for the Goboseller oil insert from Etsy. This is from a cottage manufacturer in Hong Kong. If we look at it next to the candle, we can see it's a similar size. It is for the UCO original, and it came with a spare wick and this very handy cap keeper, which just attaches to the hanging part of the lantern. This is to ensure that you don't lose the cap. I'm using a standard lamp oil. For mid-season, you could get citronella lamp oil to help keep them away. It works quite simply. Now, why did I decide to go for this instead of this? The candles work for 9 hours and cost about minimum €9. The lamp oil, I can't remember how much it cost, but it lasts a lot longer than 9 hours, and it works out cheaper than the candles. I could have gone down the route of making my own candles, but I didn't bother. Now, as you can see, we have a wick, and this is a lid. To fill, we unscrew this part, and we fill with lamp oil. As you can see, I've already added some to soak the wick in advance. No leaks. Now, a candle on its own weighs 49 grams. This, with a fill of fuel, weighs 87 grams. Obviously, it's heavier, but a little weight penalty is probably worth the saving that you make in money. It's also cleaner. Anybody that's used the UCO candle lantern knows that the lens gets covered in wax from spillage. This, hopefully for me, will burn cleaner. Now let's just take it to bits. I have the spring and base plate, etc. All we do is we take off the lid to make sure we don't lose it. We just screw it onto the keeper, which is attached to the lantern. I'll keep the base plate for the candle in a safe place, and we'll put everything onto there, fit this on, find the positive connection and that's it in. Put everything together. The wick seems to be the right size, so we'll just give it a quick light and we'll lift up the lens. Get a nice little bit of heat off it, which you like. If the flame is too high, you can trim it down with some scissors. That flame height is fine for me. And we'll just snuff it out with a quick blow. It burns clean, as we can see. There's no soot on the glass. Once I clean the wax off this, it will burn very cleanly. A little bit of citronella would be ideal. And when we're finished, we can remove and screw this on to keep the fuel from evaporating. And the whole thing fits inside. I had a little play around with the 3D printer and I made a stand to keep it nice and steady for use in the bothy. We also have a little 3D case which keeps it nice and safe. And what am I going to do with the spare candles? Well, I'm going to keep them in case I need them in my little case. So that is the UCO original oil insert from Goboseller on Etsy. He also does a smaller insert for the UCO Mini, but it was unavailable for a long time. It's available now at the time of filming, but it turns out that they no longer ship to Ireland. Oh well. So tell me what you think in the comments. Subscribe for more, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you all next week. Bye for now. Bye bye.